We're at Hooters in South Florida, Pembroke Pines. And right here is Sable Robbert, the beautiful Sable Robbert, who's vying for Miss Hooters International at the 20th annual Hooters International Swimsuit Pageant on July 13th at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. We got a chance to talk to her right now. Thank you so much, Sable. I first want to ask you, how did you get your opportunity to work for Hooters?
I decided in a time in my life where I had some negative things going on that I needed to become a little more independent, needed a nice positive change. I had a friend who worked at Hooters and absolutely loved it, raved about it. Not a bad thing to say, so it just was always in the back of my mind. I came in and interviewed for the one that I actually grew up driving by, and I was lucky enough to get hired, and this has been the best job. Not only do I waitress and bartend full-time here at Hooters of Pembroke Pines, but I've been lucky enough to be in the Hooters Calendar. I've done promotions all around the community, country, and even in Australia with the company. And I've been fortunate enough to go to the Hooters pageant 2 years before, and this is going to be my third year representing Fort Lauderdale, so wish me luck.
You've mentioned about how you used to drive by here because you actually grew up when you were little in Cooper City.
Yes.
What was it like for you growing up at that time before moving to North Carolina? What was it like growing up in Cooper City?
I absolutely love growing up in Cooper City and just South Florida in general. The weather here is beautiful and amazing. I'm a really big beach bunny, so I love being like close to the beach and having that weather all year round to go to the beach. I love the people down here, like the different mix of like culture and personalities. Like there's no such thing as normal down here, and we just kind of embrace everybody, just like Hooters. Hooters has every kind of girl you could ever want, and we embrace people of all different backgrounds, so that's always been intriguing to me. So even though I moved away, I came running back down here, and I'm so excited to get to be able to represent my little piece of paradise down here.
Now, when you were getting older, you actually attended high school up in North Carolina?
In Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville. But you moved, tell us a little path there. You went from Cooper City and then moved to North Carolina, correct?
I lived in North Carolina for 3.5, maybe 4 years, so I did like junior high there, and it was beautiful living in the country, but it was obviously a tad bit of a culture shock coming from, you know, a tropical, like warm place to going to the mountains where nothing's flat and the roads are curvy and there's snow. So it was nice because it kind of made me appreciate where I live now even more because I know the other side. And I just visited the mountains, so I still love it, but I prefer to live down here, and it gave me a little bit more of a well-rounded edge to me. It gave me the chance to see a different life.
Now, from North Carolina, you went to Jacksonville, and you ended up going to high school in Jacksonville,
yes.
Correct? So, where did you attend high school in Jacksonville?
I went to Orange Park High School, and funny enough, I was a cheerleader there, and I wore orange all through high school, so it's only natural that I wear orange now.
And then while you were there, tell me if this part's correct, you had a friend who worked for Hooters in Jacksonville?
Yes. She works at the Hooters in Jacksonville now. Her name's Tanya, and she worked at another restaurant with me for where I had my first job. And she would just always say the best things. She talked about the friendships she's made there, the awesome events she got to do in the community, and for like the games, the football games there. And she never had a negative thing to say, and it always intrigued me. I was kind of like loyal to that job at the time because I had my friends working there from school. But once I was down here and I had different opportunities and a fresh start, I just was like, why not? And I just went for it, and like I said, it's been like the best decision I've ever made. Hooters has been amazing to me. So.
Coming back to South Florida and working for Hooters, it's not just working your shift. There's so many other things to do. What type of community projects, what type of things? Obviously there's the calendar, but there's even more than that.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about things that you're able to do outside and with Hooters.
Well, as you mentioned with the calendar, $1 of every calendar we sell actually goes to our Kelly Jo Dowd Breast Cancer Foundation. And so we were fortunate enough to present a check down in South Baptist Hospital in Miami for their cancer institution, and we presented them a check for $51,000 on behalf of South Florida Hooters. And a part of that is just the girls at each and every store selling the calendars, selling charity margaritas, pink bracelets, and it's the golf tournaments that we have. It's the different car washes, bake sales, anything that Hooters can think of to raise money for these awesome causes. And not every golf tournament we have goes to the same thing. We benefit so many other charities. The girls go to DiMaggio's Children's Hospital once a month. They play with the children who are able to, and we feed the family of the children who had surgery that day. So it's really nice to be able to, be here in the orange shorts and be fun and silly, but then have this other other side that really makes you a better person beyond the orange shorts. So one day, like, you could look back at your experiences at Hooters and be like, yeah, I learned how to sell and how to like have customer service, but I really learned how to be a part of my community and make a difference and put my hard work and energy into something that's going to matter. And I think that's been a huge part of Hooters' success in general, is that not only do they sell chicken wings and have these gorgeous, amazing girls working here, but they really do care about the community. The 6 founders of Hooters wanted a place where it just felt natural and fun and like a neighbor's house to hang out in, and I think that's why it's so important for Hooters to be a part of the community, because we want to be out there so that you do feel comfortable to come into the stores and hang out and just have a great time and enjoy some chicken wings.
And the thing is, too, that part of it has changed a little bit in this regard. You were wanting to become a nurse.
Yes.
And you took some college courses and all, but now, since working for Hooters, you sort of took a little bit of a change, a turn. Tell us about that.
I was always really into like science and anatomy and physiology, so naturally I just thought, why not do the nursing program? And I was doing well, I loved the classes and stuff, but I just didn't find myself as happy as when I was doing these golf tournaments and doing the promotions at the Miami Dolphin games, selling raffle tickets for the community, going to pageant and meeting girls from across the world, getting to be a part of like the calendar drop for the troops overseas. It just gave me such, I felt like I had more of a purpose. I don't know, it felt more right to me. So it kind of took my interest away from the nursing, and I'm focused more towards marketing and hopefully just continuing on helping aid in charity events in the future.
You had mentioned that you were in the calendar, and how many times have you been in the calendar now?
I've been in the calendar 4 times, and I've just shot to hopefully be in it for the 5th time, so hope to see me next year as well.
But your first time that you tried for the calendar, you did not make the calendar.
Yeah.
So tell us about that and persevering.
Yeah, you know, I tried out. Our kind of managers always encourage us, like, you're all beautiful, why not try out for the calendar? You never know. So I did, I tried out, and in my defense, I wore like a frilly, like, yellow bathing suit. It wasn't my best color, but yeah, I just kind of throughout the next year working with promotions and getting to be around the girls in the calendar and see how they prep for the tryout and stuff. Next year I was fortunate enough to be in a better position. I worked out a little bit harder. I researched the bikinis a little bit better, curled my hair a little tighter, and now I pass that same advice down to the girls who are a little fresher here. And if they're nervous or they don't know, we'll always let them know. And that's an awesome part about Hooters, is that sisterhood that we have here, that you not only have a great work skills and great contacts, but you really do make awesome friendships that will last you your lifetime.
And that's the thing, because you could have, after that, been like, oh, I didn't make it, now I'm not going to do it anymore. But you actually took the other approach. You said, okay, I didn't make it, here's what I need to improve on, and that's what you did. So that's also a good lesson for anyone out there, too, for anything for that matter.
This company is really awesome at, if you work hard, you definitely reap the benefits. So any extra effort that you put in, I think that's what people really recognize most. The Hooters girls obviously recognize as being this beautiful girl, but I think that makeup and hair and the physical fitness comes from that inner motivation to just put that extra step in, put that extra effort in, to be above average, to be above just 100% and push it to 110%. And I think that's why people really love coming to Hooters. They know the Hooters girl makes them happy, and I think that even with all the extra charity events and the promotions we do in the community, it really gets people excited themselves to want to do more and want to be more happy and motivated, and they see the difference that positivity and hard work can make.
It's interesting too, because tell me if I'm right on this part of it as well. A lot of the girls that have some college, whether or not they're going to college or they had gone to college, there's not just the looks, but there's also the brains involved as well.
Oh, absolutely. Every single girl here is like probably 99% independent. They pay for their car, they pay for their bills. The majority of them are all going to school. I had a girlfriend just pass her with her master's in pharmaceuticals. A girl just passed the nursing program at Broward College. We just had a girl, she was elementary school teacher for autistic children. So we definitely, the girls here, they love working here. It's so hard to want to just work here for a couple years and leave. They really love to stay here and really just soak in everything that Hooters has to offer. But definitely they're motivated and they're all pushing towards future goals, whether it's an opportunity in the medical field or whether it's an opportunity doing marketing or continuing in Hooters, you know, in the corporate side of it. Every single girl here is not only beautiful, they're intelligent, hardworking, and they're beautiful on the inside as well. And that's really the secret recipe to a Hooters girl.
Now about the competition that's coming up, the Hooters International Swimsuit Pageant. Is this your first time at the pageant or no?
No, this will be my 3rd year.
What's that like? And this is all the beautiful and great Hooters girls from across the country that qualified?
Yeah.
And there's 4 that qualified from South Florida, correct?
There are 4 girls going from South Florida. One is going from Fort Myers. One is going, Sophia Beverly. One is going from Cape Coral, Amanda Shapiro. One is going from the Miami area, Amberly Hall. And I am representing Fort Lauderdale. So yeah, it's actually going to be 80 girls, well 76 other girls from other countries as well. There's international contestants. So it's a whole mix of feelings. I'm super excited, like I said, to go back and see all my friends. I have friends from every state because of Hooters, and I even have friends in Australia and England because of Hooters as well. So I'm super excited, but definitely it's a tough competition. Every single girl there is going to be beautiful, and this is like the cream of the crop girls. These are the girls who do so much charity work, who go above and beyond just working in the store and really have such a big passion for Hooters and being part of the community. So it's going to be a tough competition, but it's always a lot of fun. There's photo shoots, there's opportunities to be a part of, like I said, other charities and promotions while we're out there in Vegas. And it's just a really awesome opportunity to network and just soak in another awesome opportunity from Hooters. I mean, who gets to be on stage with all those lights and cameras and stuff? It's an awesome time.
The winner of the contest, do they do like a Miss USA pageant too, where they weed everybody down and then like do a top 10 or something like that? Is that how it goes?
So they cut down a top 10, and last year I placed top 10, so that was awesome out of 100 girls. And then my first year they cut down to top 5, and I was actually 5th place, so I made top 5 my first year. And then they have the Miss Congeniality Award voted on by the contestants. They have Miss Photogenic Award voted on by the photographers, and then they have the Miss Please and Thank You Award, which is voted on by the whole staff, the photographers, hair, makeup, everybody, to just kind of say whoever, you know, even at 5 a.m. at hair and makeup was still in that good mood. And I was lucky enough to win that my first year, and to me that was better than placing top 10 or top 5, because it's easy to like put on makeup and strut in heels, but to really like be recognized for having that consistent, you know, manners and positivity, that's a nice recognition, because that's not always something that society recognizes now, and that's something that Hooters likes to emphasize. Our South Florida company, we like to call it the Please and Thank You company, because we want when people leave not to necessarily be like, oh, those girls are gorgeous. We want them to be like, oh, they're beautiful, but wow, they were nice and they were friendly and they were awesome. And that's generally the reception and the reputation we leave behind.
You got that award, and that's amazing. But what would it be like if you end up winning the whole thing?
Well, number one, it would be a dream come true, because the company, Hooters, has given me so much in general over the past 5.5 years. So just to have a chance to be the brand ambassador for such an awesome, iconic company who does so much is not only empowering and awesome and gratifying, but it would just be really awesome to show them how much I appreciate them and be an awesome role model, be an awesome Miss Hooters International, be a part of as many charities as I possibly could, push myself to be traveling as much to make sure my year as Miss Hooters International would mean just as much to them as Hooters has meant to me. So for me, it would be a really awesome opportunity, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'll work hard for you, Fort Lauderdale.
Well, Sable, thank you so much. All the best out in Vegas for the big competition.
Thank you so much, and stop by Hooters in South Florida anytime to hang out.
The one in Pembroke Pines especially.
Definitely.